What if Eritrea improves its relations with Ethiopia? Two neighboring countries bound by centuries of history, shared culture and intertwined economies, yet often divided by mistrust, conflict and decades of political tension. Imagine a world where these borders, once symbols of war and separation, become bridges of cooperation, understanding and growth. How would this transformation affect their people, economies and the entire Horn of Africa? Eritrea and Ethiopia share deep historical, cultural and social ties. From shared languages and traditions to trade networks that existed long before modern borders, the two countries were historically inseparable. However, the Eritrea-Ethiopia border war from 1998 to 2000 devastated lives, disrupted economies, and created a legacy of suspicion. For decades, the two nations existed in a state of no peace, no war, with closed borders, minimal trade, and strained political relations. Families were divided, and communities that once thrived on cross-border interaction found themselves isolated. Economically, the potential is enormous. Ethiopia, being landlocked, relies heavily on neighboring ports for international trade. Access to Eritrea's ports in Massawa and Assab could dramatically reduce transport costs, increase efficiency, and boost trade for Ethiopia. This would not only strengthen Ethiopia's economy but also generate substantial revenue for Eritrea through port services, logistics and foreign investments. Local businesses, farmers and traders on both sides could benefit from a more integrated regional economy. Imagine Ethiopian trucks loaded with goods efficiently traveling to Eritrean ports or Eritrean ships linking the region to global trade routes. The flow of commerce would create jobs, increase incomes and enhance the livelihoods of millions. Beyond economics, stronger relations could reshape political stability in the Horn of Africa. Cooperation between Eritrea and Ethiopia would reduce regional tensions and limit external interference, allowing both nations greater autonomy over their political and economic destiny. A stable relationship could serve as a model for neighboring countries, encouraging peaceful resolutions to disputes and fostering regional integration. The African Union's vision of a united cooperative continent could gain momentum if these two influential nations lead by example. Socially and culturally, the benefits could be transformative. Families divided by decades of conflict could reunite, restoring bonds that were lost. Students could pursue education across borders, gaining exposure to new ideas and opportunities. Cultural exchanges, festivals and trade fairs could revive shared traditions, music and languages, strengthening the sense of community. Ordinary citizens would witness the tangible benefits of peace, helping to rebuild trust between peoples, not just governments. However, the path to lasting peace is not without challenges. Deep-seated political mistrust, security concerns and unresolved border issues remain obstacles. Leaders must demonstrate courage, compromise and consistent commitment to reconciliation. Citizens must also embrace dialogue and understanding, moving beyond the shadows of historical grievances. History teaches us that peace is fragile, requiring patience, diligence, and collective effort. Imagine a future where Eritrea and Ethiopia work hand in hand, ports bustling with trade, cities connected by roads and rail, students and professionals traveling freely, and families reuniting after decades. Regional conflicts could decrease as cooperation strengthens the Horn of Africa, giving countries more leverage in global politics and trade. International investors may view the region as stable and promising, opening the doors to infrastructure projects, technology, and sustainable development initiatives. The environmental impact could also be positive. Collaborative projects on water management, agriculture, and renewable energy could address shared challenges. Cross-border cooperation and conservation could protect fragile ecosystems and promote sustainable tourism, benefiting both countries economically and ecologically. In addition, strong Eritrea-Ethiopia relations could transform the perception of the region globally. The Horn of Africa, long associated with conflict, famine, and political instability, could emerge as a hub of economic growth, cultural exchange, and political cooperation. Regional organizations and international partners may increase their support, seeing the tangible benefits of peace and stability. Yet, the ultimate success depends on the willingness of leaders and citizens alike to move beyond the past. Political commitment must be matched with grassroots engagement. Ordinary people need to see the benefits of cooperation in their daily lives. Better roads, more jobs, safer communities, and renewed hope for the future. Trust must be rebuilt slowly but consistently, ensuring that the mistakes of history do not repeat themselves. So what if Eritrea truly improves its relations with Ethiopia? The potential is immense: economic prosperity, stronger regional stability, social healing, cultural revival, and an improved global image. Peace is possible, but it requires vision, courage, and sustained effort. Both nations hold the power to reshape their shared destiny, turning decades of division into a future of cooperation and mutual growth. The answer lies not just in political agreements, but in the hands of people, leaders, communities, and citizens committed to building a shared future. If they succeed, the Horn of Africa could finally witness a transformative era of peace, development, and unity. If you found this analysis insightful, like, share, and subscribe for more what-if scenarios about Africa and the world.